Okay, so I heard a lot about this case, and the cable management is bad. Challenge accepted.
And I'll keep it.
Alrighty guys, welcome here to TweeTech, and now here we're going to do a little unboxing of the Roswell FBM01 case. So this case is a micro ATX computer case. It has two fans, 120 millimeter fan in the front, then an 80 millimeter exhaust fan. So let's open this bad boy up and see what's actually inside this. Just bear with me, I'm doing this with one hand until I get my camcorder set up. Yeah, lovely cut, ladies and gentlemen, lovely cut. So this case is the lowest price on Newegg for around like $20 to $30. This is extremely budget-friendly case, but let's see what's actually inside of this. Is my first time actually going to be using this case for a client that wanted to buy a computer from me. So I decided to get this case because it fits everything he needs. It has two 5 1/4 drive bays, a 3.5 drive bay right there. It has two USB 3.0s and a power button, a big power button right there, and then it has a small reset button. So let's open this up real quick. Give me a second here. Okay, so I just opened it up really quickly, and this is what I got. So we got some nice little styrofoam, so then it won't move as much, and we got a little user manual, I guess. Let me just read this real quick. Installation guide. Okay, so this is how to install it, and you also get an accessory box. Okay, that's pretty interesting. So you get a couple of some screws and stuff. So you guys should have a nice little plasticky thingy. So let's go open this bad boy. Alright guys, so I've got the case out. Let's just do a quick little look at it. So we got a nice little black, this entire thing is black, but the thing is that in the front, it's not like the same material as the others. I think it's more like a plasticky type, and you can see like it has like a glossy finish to it, which, to be honest, I really don't mind it, but the fact that it squeaks and it leaves fingerprints, and you can see it does a lot more like quicker. So you got yourself a nice little big power button, you got a small little reset button, like I said, two USBs 2.0s, then you got the headphone and audio jack. So let's head over to the back side, and then here you got some ventilation holes. It should be nice and cool. And then you got yourself the 80 millimeter fan I was talking about, and I think you could fit up a 92 millimeter fan. I'm not too sure. It's either 90 or 92 millimeters. And then the power supply buttons in the top. And then you got yourself one, two, three, four. And then you got 4 slots to put like a graphics card or any add-on card. And then you got yourself some more ventilation holes over there. So let's go open this up, and it uses USB. What am I saying? USBs? What? It uses thumb screws, so they're a lot easier to open. Like, wow, bam! Look at that! Look how easy it is. Got one down. No! Okay, so one down. So the second one's down. Okay, let's go open this up real quick, and it has itself a nice little handle. Ooh, okay. Let's see what this looks like. Put that off to the side. Bam! So it's nicely, I think it's steel. Yeah, it's definitely steel. So there's like no cable management here. So you got the 120 millimeter fan right there. A nice little baggie with screws. Wow, it includes also a case speaker fan. Okay, that's good. It has a case speaker. So no, it has a motherboard speaker. Yeah, there it is. I don't know why I was saying. So a motherboard speaker, that's actually really good. A lot of cases, of course, a lot more doesn't include that, and that's a nice little handy feature. So let's see, you can hold up to, I think, let me just look real quick. Let me just look through the holes. I think 2 or 3 3.5 inch hard drive bays. So let's go, just keep on looking. Then you got yourself the motherboard holes right there. And let's see, it's not really much to really talk about now. So you got the audio, you got the HC light, LED, reset switch, power LEDs. You got the HC audio, you got the USB, and then you got the power switch right there. Then this fan, this is a 3-pin connector, so you could just plug it into your motherboard directly. And the 120 millimeter fan uses a 3-pin, or you could use the Molex. That's clearly up to you. So that's pretty much it. When I'm looking around here, there's like really like no cable management that you could actually do. But yet again, I did pick these guys up. These guys are like little cable management hooks. So I'm guessing when I actually do build this, I'm gonna be using a pretty good amount of them. So let me just see if I could start like how I'm gonna do this. So since it's actually gonna be like the motherboard, like the HD audio cables, I'm gonna be like going down here. I think I'm gonna place maybe like one right there for like the HD and like maybe the USB one right there, and then probably use like another one right there, and that will be for like the HDD light and the power switch and stuff like that, and maybe a couple SATA cables, and then maybe use one like maybe right there. I'm sure you guys can see that, like maybe one right there. So I haven't decided yet, but this case weighs up to 8 pounds, and the height is, I'm just taking an educational guess, it's 13 inches long, and the depth is educational guessing around like 8 inches, and then the inside it's probably like 13 inches. So this is like a little, I guess like an unboxing and not much of a review, because I'm going to be doing a build with this case. So as of right now, it's just like a little, that's like a little preview of it. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And see you guys next time. TweeTech, tweet us out. Hey guys, what's up? TweeTech here. And now today I'm going to be doing a little build. Now I'm missing the graphics card and the hard drive. I blame Newegg for the delay. But yet again, I think it's my fault for ordering the parts a little later than I was supposed to. So this computer is a micro budget, and I actually built it for like $400, but I'm selling it for $450 on my website because it takes me the time and effort to build and install Windows 7 or Windows 8, depends, and just to see if I could fix the cable management a little. So let's get to it. This should be pretty fun. So this really isn't like a how to build video, because I'm going to be holding it with my phone. Okay, and this right here, this is an anti-static wristband, which is actually quite useful, because you don't want to like get no like static on the computer, because like it could like cause a surge. So that's always good to get. And so I just got right here some cable management tools, some zip ties. But like I said, I'm missing the hard drive, so that's right now. I'm just using a regular, I think it's a 160 gigabyte Seagate drive that I just took from my laptop. So that already has Windows 7, so hopefully this computer works and everything boots. So yeah, this should be pretty fun. Like I said, this isn't a how to build video, but just more of like a little, well, it's going to be like a building video, but it's not going to be like how to build, like take the time and effort, because I'm going to be holding with one hand, like I said earlier, so it's going to be pretty hard to like actually do everything with one hand while holding the other one with my phone. But probably by the next video, I should be getting my camera, my camcorder, and then I'm going to have a tripod, and it's going to be nice and set up. So first, let's look at the motherboard. The motherboard I chose, Asus motherboard, the M5A78LM USB 3. Now this was actually, I think, the cheapest motherboard that you could possibly get, but yet again, it has everything that you could possibly need. It supports AM3, AM3 Plus, it has the AMD Phenom 2, solid capacitors, core unlock, anti-surge, USB 3.0 on board, and it's energy saving. And of course, it gets the world's best-selling and most winning award motherboards. Of course, it's powered by Asus, so I should be getting some pretty good high expectations with Asus motherboards. So let's just look through the back. You guys could pause it right here if you want to like look what it has. So it supports CPU, AMD socket, AM3 Plus for FX, Phenom, Anthon, Sempron, and 100 series processors. So this chipset's actually sorry, my hands are shaking. Like I said, I'm holding this with one hand. Sorry about that, guys. So it's an AMD 760G SB710. So let me actually just put this down so it won't shake as much. So system bus up to 5200 MTS Hyper Transfer 3.0. Memory has 4 DIMM slots of DDR3. The max is 32 gigabytes, and the speeds up to 2000, 1800, 600, 1800, 1600, and 1330. and of course some 1066 megahertz. And it supports ECC and non-ECC on buffered memory. So if you're going to use like memory for like servers, you can actually use that here. So it has built-in graphics card, and it has dual VGA output and HDMI and DVI, and it has a D sub. So expansion slots, it has one PCIe times 16, and then one PCI Express times 1, and two PCI extension slots. So storage, it supports up to 6 times SATA, 88 3GB per second, and the LAN is a Realtek GBA LAN. The audio is a VIA VT1708S 8-channel high definition audio codec, and it supports up to 10 USB 2.0/1.1 ports, and it has 6 ports mid-board and 4 ports at the back panel. And it has 2 3.0 ports on the back. So it has Easy Flash 2, you guys could pause and read that if you want. It has anti-surge, so it's actually good, so just in case if you get like a surge, like your power goes out, this will actually protect your device. You got EPU, you got system lower energy saving, so it comes in handy. Then it has turbo key, you can unlock, you could boost performances. Then the core locker, so that's if you want to like overclock, get a better performance boost. And the CPR, it has auto recovery in most best-selling motherboard winning boards. So let's go look at this bad boy up. So let me pause this video real quick. You know what? I was going to think about pausing it, but I could just do this. Well, bam! Look at this beauty. So it's in an anti-static bag, so that's actually really good. Let's see here. And I think the SATA cables are actually in there. So let's see. Give me a second, guys. Okay, so it comes with only two SATA cables. That's actually going to be more than I'm going to be using for this board. So it includes a straight angle and a right angle board SATA cable. So that's pretty nice. So here's the board itself. I'm going to open that up real quick. Well, not right now. I'm just still going to look. So I guess I should just like, put that to the side real quick and see what else is inside. So let's see. Put that junk right there. So we got the I/O panel, and then we just got ourselves a user guide, and of course the lovely CD. Well, it doesn't include a case badge. Oh man, I was actually hoping to put a case badge in this. That'd be pretty nice. So this is the DVD drives and stuff like that, but I've already downloaded all of them in a USB, so I won't be needing the CD at all. So let's go look at the motherboard. Okay, we got the motherboard out. So what I like to do is actually take the motherboard and put it on the top of the case, so it looks nice and pretty. And real quick, I'm just gonna open up this case right there so I can put the anti-static bag, the anti-static wristband, so I won't actually like hurt anything with any like surge problem. So give me a second. Okay, there we go. I'm grounded to the case, and this case is a Roswell FBM01. So this is a little baby micro ATX tower. So it has everything that the buyer is going to be needing. So that's pretty good. So like I said, let's look at this real quick. Oops, sorry about that. So we got the 4 DDR3 slots, and it uses dual channel. So you should refer to the motherboard, so then you can see what actually slots you're going to be using for dual channel. So let's see, you got the 24-pin power supply cable right there. Then you got the 4-pin right there. Let me see if I could get a better focus on it, and there we go. Then it only has 2 fan headers though. So you got the CPU fan header right over there, and then you got, let's see what's the other one, and then you got the other CPU fan right there. So like I said, 2 fan headers. The only issue that I don't really like with this board is that like all of the capacitors over here doesn't have a heat sink, so that might actually get hotter. So that's probably, I'm not sure it's going to be a real issue, but it might be. Not too sure yet. So like I said, core unlocker, there's all the USB slots. We got 1, 2, 3 right there. So that's good. And that's the 6 SATA ports. And then that's the chipset, and it has a nice little heatsink. And that's the 16-slot PCI Express 2.0 port. And the other PCI Express slot right there. And then you got the 2 PCIe slots. And then all of this stuff is basically like the audio and stuff and all the goodies. So that's basically it for the motherboard. Wait, let me just look at the I/O spec. So you got the audio, so you got the internet LAN, you got 2 USB ports right there, you got three USB 3.0 ports right there, and you got the DVI VGA. You got the I think that's for, I think right there, I think that's for like an optic, it's something, I forgot it. I'll look that up real quick later. Then the HDMI, the PS2 port, and you got 2 more USBs. So that's it for the motherboard. So let's get back to the CPU real quick. Okay, now for the CPU, I chose the AMD FX processor, and it's the FX 6300. Now this is probably the best bang for the buck. It has 6 cores and it's clocked at 3.5 gigahertz and has 14.14 megabytes total cache. So this is pretty fast. And since the person's, I'm not sure if the person's actually going to be like overclocking, but if so, it'll be able to. So I'm just going to install the stock heatsink, and right there we've got a nice little case badge. That's pretty nice. So let's go install this bad boy. Okay, now installing this is going to be pretty hard to do with one hand, so I'm actually going to install it, then just explain. So be right back. Okay, to install it, it's really simple. The only thing you gotta do is match the CPU. It has like a little arrow to the side, so match that arrow with that arrow, and then just firmly place it in, and then pull the little lever down. So that's how to install it, even though I couldn't like show you how, since I'm only using one hand. So now I'm gonna install the CPU cooler. Okay, got it. So this is actually pretty tricky. So what you gotta do is that it has like the hooks. So just basically align the hooks with the hook on the motherboard bracket right there, and then just basically line them up and then pull this lever. So you're gonna have to use some force. So if it seems like you're breaking it, you're not breaking it. So that's it for that port. So now let's install some RAM. Okay, so now we got the RAM. There's really nothing special about this. It's just 8 gigabytes and 1600 megahertz is the speed. So now to install this, there's really only one way they could enter. You see this little guy goes into that little guy right there. So it's really not hard. The only thing you really got to do for this, let me just put that aside, is pull this pin down and then pull the second one down, and then I think they automatically go in, but I still like to pull them down just in case, who knows. And now let's see if I could do this with one hand. Installing RAM is probably like the easiest thing you could do. Let me just see if I could get a good view of it, and see, just lock it in like that. Yeah, let's see. Oops, fail. Go in, little buddy. Go in. Whee! Put a little force in there, so that's okay. And got it. I think I did. Yeah, it's in. Is it? Let me see. Yeah, it's in. Okay, so now the next one, just basically do the same procedure. You just line it up and then use a little force. It should lock in. There we go. Installing RAM. And I actually got the red one because it adds a little bit more like flavor to the build. So let's go install this into the case now, since basically everything else is done for now. Okay, so I already installed the motherboard standoffs, but to do that it's extremely easy. So what you gotta do, you gotta take this little small guy and just like twist him in there. But what I like to do for double protection is get a pliers and I like to twist them one more time. So let me just do that real quick. See, you can see how I'm just like twisting them, and I'm doing that for all of them. So I'm actually gonna speed this process up once I'm done editing it. So there we go. So yep, so it's nice and tight in. So now let's actually install the I/O shield. So that's this little bugger. So this little cute thingy has to line up right there. So let me do that real quick. Okay, so after a couple minutes, I finally got it in right there. So that took a pretty hard time. So now it's time to put the motherboard in there. Okay, so you get the motherboard. Now with this, what I like to do is actually hold it by the case, hold it by the CPU fan, and then just drop it in and then align it. But sadly, I cannot do this with one hand, so I'll be right back. Okay, I got it in. Now what's left is to, see that? You just basically screw them up using these cute little persons. Well, cute little thing. So just line them up one by one at each side where they go. So just place one right there, and then just keep on repeating the process for all of them. Okay, got it installed. So now let's go on to the power supply. So let's see, the power supply I'm going to be putting in, this is a EVGA 430 watts. It's 80 plus certified. So this is enough for this computer build and maybe an upgrade from a 750 Ti. Maybe I think you could actually use some 960 with this power supply. So let's go put this bad boy in. Okay, so first let's look at this. So it's a 430 watts, and these are the features it has. I'm just gonna like focus. Why won't you focus? Okay, there we go. It has ultra quiet 120 millimeter fan, and it provides up to a 34 amps, 408 watts on the plus 12 rail. It has active power factor correction, and a complete protection provides up to 430 watts at 40 degrees Celsius. And it has a 3-year warranty, so that's really good. It's Intel Haswell compatible, and these are the cables it includes. It includes the 20 plus 4 pin ATX connector, 4 plus 4 CPU connector, and it has 1 6 plus 2 PCIe VGA connector. So if you were to upgrade to like a 960, you will be able to use this. And it has 4 times 5 pin SATA connectors. Then it has 4 multiplexes. But it's not modular, so this is going to be pretty fun installing in this case. So let's go open this. Wait, flip this real quick. And let me just... Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, nothing happened. Just a little minor issues, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Like I said, it looks pretty nice for now, but all these cables are gonna get in the way, so let's see how this actually turns out. Let's open this up. Is it open? Ugh, I hate when they put so much tape in this. Come on, pry it out. Pry it open. Okay, one hand strategy. And then... Okay, maybe I could just make my way in there somehow. Come on. Oh my gosh, I hate tape. Fail. Okay, now I think I got it open. Really? There's still like more tape over here? No tape. Be gone. Be gone, tape. Really? Give me a sec. And there's the power supply, guys. It's nice. It actually included the screws to assemble, so that's really nice. And of course, you get the power supply cable. And this is probably going to be like the user guide and probably the warranty stuff. So let's go install this. Now to install this, it goes on the top. So it's going to be impossible to do this with one hand. So be right back. Okay, so I'm trying to right now do some cable management. I got the power supply in. So this is going to take a couple minutes. So let's go get away with it. Alright, finally. So I think I did a really good job on this cable management. The only big issue is this, but to be honest, I'm trying to figure out maybe if I could take one of these and then maybe like try to like stick it over there into the back, then maybe it will like stay. But as of right now, everything is set up and plugged in. So now the final thing to do is power it on and hopefully it turns on. Okay guys, this is the final step. Hopefully it turns on. This is just like my little area, I guess, that I can make sure everything works. So let's go turn on this bad boy. Hopefully it turns on. Power on. And okay, so that lights up. It's spinning. It's spinning. It's spinning. It's spinning. It's spinning. Wow, the fan is extremely loud. Holy heck. Okay, so this is making movement. So now I just have to wait on the monitor. Hopefully I could get a response over it. Is it even plugged in? Wait, give me a second here. Okay, there we go. It's like I just plugged it into the DVI. So that's no signal. Okay, wait, something's happening. Yeah, let's go! This computer is brought to you by TweeTech. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you want me to build a computer for you. So bye! There we go, launch Windows. Launch Windows normally because it has Windows already in it.